Master trainer David Barron is not given to overstatement, so when he pegged Nunthorpe hopeful Pearl Secret as the best he's trained, even as a 2-year-old, the racing world took notice.
From day one when we started to work him, he just had an awful lot of ability. I've said he is a very, very quick horse, and he had ability from day one. We have been careful with him because he's a little bit of a nervous sort of a horse, and it was just a case of trying to get him to do things right rather than just go steaming off and, you know, go as fast as you can for as far as you can. So we have sort of kept the lid on him and tried to teach him. I know after last year we kept him in training all winter, simply to keep in touch with him, just to keep him and try and get him where we wanted him.
As a 3-year-old, you started off in a handicap.
Yeah, it was fairly well in.
And since then, tell us why you've taken the path you have with each race that you've chosen.
Simply because of his temperament. I just wanted to keep a lid on him if I could, and it's suited. We've stuck to his own age group, and I think we've educated him as well as we could have. You
went to Sandown and you got the worst possible draw, but you must have been well pleased with what you saw there. Why?
I thought he did very well. I think the ground was, I know he goes on soft ground, there's no question he goes on soft ground, but that day at Sandown the ground was a bit more than soft. It was quite bad. The worst of the draw, never had any cover. I thought it was quite a good performance by him to go and win. You could have forgiven him for being beaten.
And early on in his career, given how keen he was, he wouldn't have managed with that.
He wouldn't have done it. He would, without any cover, he would have just have gone far too strong.
Why did you choose not to go to Royal Ascot? That was a particular decision of yours.
I wanted a bit more experience into him without over-facing him at this stage, and so that, you know, the Sandown race worked out well. Ascot was never a serious option.
Say if it was fast ground for the Nunthorpe, would that be a concern?
Well, it has to be. You're never certain. I mean, he's had 4 runs in his life. He won on good ground at York as a 2-year-old. He's run on easy ground all year, apart from it was more than easy at Sandown. Until you actually see him do it, yeah, it has to be a concern, of course, but there's only one way we're going to find out.
In terms of your job, though, we've had a look at him. He looks incredible. He's surely in the form of his life.
I'd be very happy with him. He's a very striking horse to look at to start with, and he is at present. He looks tremendously well, and he seems in very good form. And do you hope to keep him in training next year? I'd love to. I'd love to. I mean, I think, you know, he's had a very sheltered career up to now. You'd love to go and think we had a horse to take on whatever we wanted next year. And there's more. You believe there would be more to come if he were kept in training for another year? I think more than anything, he's learnt his job. He's far more professional than he was when we started. We do have an exceptionally consistent horse in Bated Breath. There is Hortensia, who showed what she could do at Goodwood. It's a very good year, this. Yeah, yeah. I think potentially he's very good.